We begin in the featherweight division, and it is a battle that many are looking forward to seeing. A veteran of both the WEC and the UFC, Tien Zhang looks to utilize his experience in the big show to rudely welcome Saitama to the octagon. A pioneer of MMA in China, Tien Zhang recently traveled to Las Vegas to build up his impressive fighting arsenal even more. And as he approaches this landmark event, he will look to add to a record that already includes 12 submission wins. And while he may be less experienced than Zhang, Saitama has become a top prospect in Japan, where he has competed in the Shudo organization as a member of the respected Crazy Bee fight team. Tonight, he makes his UFC debut. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight matchup. The newcomer, Saitama, 6 years younger than China's Tien Zhang, who is 3 inches taller and will have a 6-inch reach advantage. The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this featherweight fight here at the Saitama Super Arena with the beautiful Ariani. Saitama and that man, the Wolf, Tien Zhang.
Ready. Let's do it.
Here we go. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Red trunks for the Chinese fighter. Japan's Saitama in the white trunks.
Tamura built very similar to Kid Yamamoto, very heavily muscled.
And very heavy-handed with a nice lead. Left hook and then a combination that lands. Oh, but he got clipped
big
on
right
the
hand by Zhang.
Oh, he hurt him. And again.
Zhang is holding on from the bottom. He got tagged with a big right hand. These are hard left hands, Mike, from the clinch.
Trying to finish this fight early. Saitama.
Tamura is landing some really hard shots from this clinch. And Zhang is cleverly trying to cover his head, but these are getting in. You know, they don't seem like much, but you can tell they've got a lot of impact behind them, a lot of force. And Zhang was forced to switch hands.
What a start for Saitama.
Yeah, both guys wasted no time whatsoever.
Well, in Kid Yamamoto style, he was swinging for the fences early.
Absolutely. Now let's take a look at the guard of Zhang and see what he learned from Robert Drysdale in his brief time in Las Vegas.
Great point, Joe.
You can see he's got a strong overhook on his left side. Oh, but he's getting tagged. Tamura is very good with ground and pound from the guard position, Mike, from this half guard position. These little hammer fists are really, they take their toll. He's not getting his full body into him, but he's such a strong guy. You can tell that they have impact. You know, Zhang he's grimacing. He doesn't want to keep taking these to the temple. See his face there, Mike? And he's still trying to tie him up. But this is the problem that he had in the Darren Elkins fight. He really did not seem comfortable on the bottom. And that is a position that a lot of fighters have to get used to. It takes a long time to get used to. Guys wait on you. You know, and he just can't keep letting Tamura hit him with these. They seem small, but 25% hammer fists like that, as you land over and over and over again, 20, 30 of them, they really pile up.
And Saitama utilizing the Turk to control the posture of Tien Zhang. And it's interesting that, Shudo guys have, over the years, been very submission savvy, but there seems to come a time when they transition into the bigger show that they're happy to go to just pure old ground and pound.
Wow.
That's what we saw from Tamura.
I'm surprised by that. Yeah. That's a quick stand-up by
especially in the Turk with the half guard in a dominant position. That said, Tamura came out swinging and connected. And again with the counter. Tamura 6-2. Tien Zhang is 18-2.
Zhang has an excellent guillotine. Tamura's got to be careful here on this transition. If Zhang can get his hands together, and he does have his hands together here, Mike, this is not that good for Tamura. Tamura's got to be careful.
And Tien Zhang loves that guillotine.
Yeah, but he's in half guard here. It's difficult to finish in half guard. What Tiatren Zhang would like to do is get his left leg free and get some real nice leverage in the full guard position, but Tamura's realizing that, and look how high he has that right knee, Mike. See how he's get that right knee real up high towards the shoulder? He's basically out of danger here now. He's completely turned his right side towards Zhang's body, and Zhang now is really just kind of holding on. And there, no more submission attempt. That was really excellent work by Tamura. And Zhang using the high guard here.
Third fight at 145 for Tiatren Zhang.
And Zhang right now, he's trying to control that left hand, the left hand of Tamura. Trying to get some wrist control, switching from left to right here. Just trying to do anything to control. Oh, look at this, arm triangle from the bottom. Arm triangle from the bottom, Mike.
And a lot of time, Joe, 40
Not
seconds.
quite there, though. Yeah, you know, he almost did it, but he had to get the right side of his neck on the outside of the shoulder to really complete the submission, but it shows that he's attacking.
A very dominant first round for Issei Tamura. Zhang trying to look for submissions from the bottom, but that's basically where he's been the entire first round. Final 15 seconds.
Well, at least he shows in this fight, Mike, that he's defending himself better than the Elkins fight, and he's not allowing Tamura to get into a dominant position. Most of it is staying either in the half guard or the guard, so he's got a bit of a defensive spot. Wild action from that first round, Mike, and let's take a look at it here. Left hook, immediately on counter right by Zhang, and look at these guys just going out, and there's a real short right hand there by Tamura, and then a big right hand behind it. I mean, these guys just swung for the fences from the very opening bell.
Okay, breathe in. Take your time. Okay, you've given him damage. Okay, just keep on doing that. You're doing good. Yeah, concentrate, okay?
Tamura looks very relaxed, very confident. Tiatren Zhang worked with world-class boxing and MMA coaches James Gifford, Sean Yarborough, worked his ground game with Robert Drysdale, Fredson Paixão. Of course, those men have worked with the likes of Frank Mir and Forrest Griffin. But round one was mostly dominated by Issei Tamura, making his UFC debut here tonight at Saitama Arena. His coach and mentor, the leader of the school, Kid Yamamoto, big right hand, and it is all over. Big right hand knockout win for Issei Tamura.
Picture perfect. And it came as Zhang was setting him up for the right hand. Zhang had that right hand cocked, and Tamura's landed first. He paused with the left, and bing! Right on the jaw. Let's see it again here. Yeah, he put it all in that right hand, Mike. He was just measuring him with the left. You see his left hook, he didn't even fully extend it. Just measured him with the left and just dropped that right hand bomb on him.
A huge knockout. And a big victory for Issei Tamura in his UFC debut, a fight he took on 2 weeks' notice. With the official decision, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 32 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by knockout, Issei Tamura.
The second knockout win of his career. And he will visit with Joe Rogan.
All right, we're here with the winner, Issei Tamura. First of all, Issei, congratulations on your first UFC fight and a devastating knockout victory.
UFC デビュー戦での素晴らしいノックアウト勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。日本のスター選手たちと一緒の舞台に立って本当に嬉しいです。夢みたいです。
It's my dream come true. It's really my dream to be on this octagon with all the Japanese star fighters. So I'm happy about now.
Well, you came out strong in the first round, but the second round you set him up for this beautiful right hand. Tell us, did you see the opening for this right hand in the first round?
今も映ってましたけれども、2ラウンド目の素晴らしい右のパンチが当たったところでしたけれども、あのパンチの感触はどうでしたか？
あります。
It just felt really great.
Congratulations on a very impressive victory, and we look forward to seeing you again.
おめでとうございます。また UFC のオクタゴンの中で見たいと思います。ありがとう
ありがとうございます。
Issei Tamura, ladies and gentlemen.
Issei Tamura with the knockout and the victory over Tien Zhang just 32 seconds into the second round. Expect all-out action and excitement as non-stop battlers Chris Carriazo and Takeya Mitsugaki meet in Tokyo. Judo veteran Takeya Mitsugaki left home to fight in the United States in 2009. And he has since become a top bantamweight, best known for his battles with Miguel Torres and Scott Jorgensen, and his recent knockout of Cole Escovedo. Tonight, he's back in Japan to take on another successful WEC veteran in Chris Carriazo. The Muay Thai specialist has won 2 of his 3 octagon bouts, defeating Will Campazano and Von Lee. And this match promises to be a fight of the night candidate. Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. Mitsugaki is 28. Carriazo, 2 years his elder. Mitsugaki, 4 inches taller. He will have a 5-inch reach advantage. Here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Leon Roberts.
Leon Roberts, our referee for this bantamweight fight at 135. The beautiful Ariani. As we get set for Mitsugaki and Carriazo. And here we go. Southpaw Chris Carriazo loves the head kick, Joe.
Yeah, Carriazo is a Muay Thai specialist who started out his training under the late Alex Gong, who was a former world champion and a great Muay Thai fighter.
30 years old. Carriazo's been around a long time. He said we both like to stand. He likes to box. I like to kick a bit more. But Chris Carriazo said he's really been working his boxing in preparation for this fight with Mitsugaki.
He loves that left high kick, Mike.
Goes to it quite often. Of course, he's much shorter. 5'3" is Chris Carriazo, 5'7" Takeya Mitsugaki with that 5-inch reach advantage.
Well, Carriazo is really starting to find his groove in the octagon, Mike, in his last few fights. His conditioning is improved, his timing is improved. A nice right hand there by Carriazo. Really starting to see the best of this kid. And it takes a fighter a few fights inside the octagon to really relax and get used to the experience.
He was the bad guy in England against the Brit Von Lee, so he said he didn't mind fighting in Japan here against Takeya Mitsugaki.
He's landing a nice counter right hand over the left shoulder of Mitsugaki, Mike. There, he just landed it again. Short right hand, but it's hitting the mark. Mitsugaki, excellent chin, known for that. You know, when he fought, back when he fought Miguel Torres, Miguel was known as one of the very best fighters in the world, and those two went to war.
Well, Miguel was on that incredible run at that time, Joe. Almost unheard of in mixed martial arts. 2 minutes into the first of 3 5-minute rounds. Carriazo looked for the lead left.
You see Mitsugaki's mixing it up a bit. He did throw a kick there. He will throw the occasional kick, but he's primarily a boxing specialist. Nice takedown. Very nicely done. Into full guard. Cariaso spins away from the cage a bit, looking for an elbow from the bottom.
Chris Cariaso is very active off his back. So he'll look to set up a submission if he sees the opening.
Yeah, he's looking for an omoplata right now on the
There
left
you go.
arm. And he gets it.
Just as
He
we
can't
spoke.
wrap his left arm around the waist though. He's got to get his left arm around the waist. He's holding onto the wrist to try to keep it in place. But he lost it.
But he went for it.
Yes, he did. He absolutely did. He's tying him up. The only mistake he made there is not securing the waist with his left arm as he attacked.
Mitsugaki coming off that ultra impressive win over Cole Escovedo.
Cariaso sitting up here, Mike. Note how he's trying to control the left wrist. He doesn't have, he's holding onto the ankle, but as Mitsugaki pulls the arm back, then he'll try to grab a hold of the wrist.
Mitsugaki has fought multiple champions and title contenders. 15 victories in his career.
And Cariaso is doing such a good job of controlling the posture and, oh, nice. Now, right when I said that,
Yeah.
Mitsugaki broke free.
He broke three and he threw the left hand, and he was able to connect.
Cariaso rolling for an armbar here, Mike.
Again, active off his back.
Mitsugaki recognizing it, though, and getting out of the position. Good short elbows from the bottom by Cariaso.
1 minute left, Chris.
Mitsugaki is always a man you know that will go in there and compete. Always brings the fight. And trying to score some points here late in the first round. Cariaso looking to push away that hip.
I would like to see Mitsugaki try to pass here, though, Mike. You know, staying inside the guard is going to offer him limited opportunities as far as offense. You see him switch those hips side to side.
Yep.
He's trying to get past the legs of Cariaso, but Cariaso is doing a good job of keeping his feet on the hips, and every time Mitsugaki moves, he adjusts.
Work, guys, just work.
So a solid Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu base displayed by Chris Cariaso here in the first round.
Yeah, good defensive guard and will attack when he gets an opportunity.
Closes the guard in the final seconds of the round.
I need this, bro.
The kamikaze.
Good job. Hold the head, all right? Watch that takedown defense again. That's all. You're fine. Where's the breathing? I want to hear that. Cool. Where's the bench? Come on, Justin. No walking. There you go. Where's the breathing? I want to see that breathing. Shh. Good job. You did good. The round is fine. You want to stand up. He's frustrated to stand up. Yeah. That's why he stays on the wall. Yeah. For each commitment.
Here's a look at some of the action here. There's that short right hook by Cariaso, followed by a straight left hand. And here's a takedown by Mitsugaki. And Cariaso shifts his hips, got into full guard, and did attack a bit off of his back. Went for a shoulder lock at one point.
Set for the start of round two.
Okay, second round, you ready?
Chris
You ready?
Cariaso. Takeya Mitsugaki. Cariaso, the southpaw. In the gray trunks is Takeya Mitsugaki, who has a 5-inch reach advantage. That kick was checked. Nice counter by Cariaso. Again, though, Mitsugaki looking to tie him up and take him down.
Take a good defense you have. Against you. Against you.
One of the biggest 135s against one of the smallest 135s here in the UFC bantamweight division.
Yeah, as 125 opens up, we may very well see Cariaso drop down and compete at that weight class.
And it's opening up in less than a week.
Yeah, there's a lot of talented flyweights out there.
Opening up in Sydney, Australia with the inaugural flyweight tournament.
Oh!
There's that head kick.
Yeah, it caught underneath the armpit, but he's going for it.
He's so accustomed to fighting taller fighters but still he's able to try to work that head kick in and utilize it as one of his weapons. But it's difficult because of the taller opponent to come over the top and bring that head kick down, Joe. It comes more at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, but he always follows up with that right hook as well, Mike. Mitsugaki, you know, the classic weapon against the southpaw fighter like Kariaso is the straight right hand, and Mitsugaki is looking for it. But Mitsugaki, you know, over the years has also sort of learned the game and is now taking guys down and, you know, understanding that he needs to secure points as well.
Well, he a Shudo veteran here in Japan. 5 fights, as I mentioned, in the WEC.
Which is an important point, the fact that he's a Shudo fighter in Japan, because in Japan they score things quite differently than they do in the United States. You know, one of the things about Pride that everybody really loved was the fact that they scored the fight as a whole. Instead of counting each individual unit as a separate entity, they scored the fight as one big fight. You know, which I like. I think that's the way to do it.
Mitsugaki with a slight edge, Joe, in total strikes so far here in this matchup when we're at the midway point.
Kariaso now trying to take Mitsugaki down. Mitsugaki using good hips here. But in keeping that space, Kariaso is kicking back with those knees. Very nicely done by Kariaso. There's one by Mitsugaki. And Mitsugaki again winds up on top. I would like to see him try to pass over that right leg, though, Mike, that right butterfly by Kariaso. He's trying. He steps over. There he goes in the half guard, but good hips by Kariaso. Got it right back to full guard very quickly.
And he's got him somewhat sandwiched up against the fence, taking part of the movement away from Chris Kariaso, but the guard of Kariaso proving very difficult to pass for Mitsugaki here.
It is, but, you know, unless Kariaso makes some sort of a significant offensive attempt off of his back, you got to kind of give it to Mitsugaki because he got the takedown.
Right.
And he's landing shots from the top.
And he's had a couple of takedowns here in this fight.
Oh, big shots from Mitsugaki. Yeah, Kariaso has to realize that, you know, when you're on the bottom, it looks bad.
Yep.
Just period. Unless you're some Shinya Aoki submission master who's attacking constantly, it looks bad. Very few fighters have ever won a fight off their back. Bas Rutten actually won the world heavyweight title at one point in time against Kevin Randleman off his back, but a rare decision.
Well, the top position in so many's eyes ends up being octagon control.
I don't know what Kariaso's doing there. I've never even seen that before. I think he was making that up as he went along. But it looked kind of cool. It looked like there might be something there. He's grabbing limbs, you know. Okay, now he's going for what's called the 100%. And this is a sweep attempt here. It's a neck crank as well. If he's got to keep this gable grip, Mike, the only problem is the cage is to his right side, which is where he would like to turn and put Mitsugaki on his back. If Kariaso can hold this position and scoot his hips, and he's doing that, very nicely done. And now he used it as a sweep. Oh, look how quickly Mitsugaki spun out of it.
Well, the minute Mitsugaki felt a little space, he got out of trouble.
Yeah, that was excellent by Mitsugaki, but a really nice sweep by Kariaso as well.
And again, active on his back, as we talked about earlier. 15 seconds on the clock here in the second round. Kariaso and Mitsugaki. Nice short elbow.
Where's the breathing? Where's the breathing? What's the job there? You can die. 肘だけ気をつければ絶対大丈夫だから。詰めれたら詰めちゃっていいよ。もう一歩前だ。勇気持ってもう一歩前行こう。
Step forward. Step forward. You need the courage, but if you step forward, it will turn out our way. Then we can win. We can have the result that we want. You just need a little bit more courage and step forward. Don't step back. Don't step back. That's to his favor. So no, what you have to do is step forward.
待たなくていいよ。もう一歩前出ていい。ちょっと左に回りながらストレート打ちやすい距離になったらもう一歩前出ていい。
You can use your straight hit and step forward. You can do that.
よし、男になって帰ってこい。
Third and final round.
You ready to fight? Bring on.
Mitsugaki and Kariaso.
Great fight so far, Mike. Really technical, very fast-paced.
First time the UFC has been in Japan since 2000.
Head kick.
He's
Landed with
connected
the
on a
foot.
couple of them.
Yeah, that one landed with the foot. But as you said earlier, you know, it's hard when you're a shorter guy to land that head kick.
Yeah.
Nice
Because
knee.
ideally you want to come over the top and then bring that shin down. Gabriel Gonzaga style on Mirko Krokop. Or Mirko Krokop on many different opponents.
Kariaso with some nice short knees, and Mitsugaki answers with a few of his own. I like how Kariaso just turned the hips there, Mike. And he turned Mitsugaki against the cage right in front of us. Mitsugaki lands a nice knee of his own.
Trying to open and widen his stance and avoid being taken down. Good takedown defense by Mitsugaki there as Kariaso looked for the single.
Kariaso trying to get double underhooks, Mike. Almost.
Again, he tries to look for those double underhooks. Instead, as they break, he connects on a nice combination. Less than 3.5 remains in this fight.
And right now, Kariaso's got to be thinking about those two takedowns. Nice straight left.
He'd love to score one of his own.
Yeah, one in the first and one in the second. You know, and although he did execute a sweep in the second, important aspect of that was that he was fighting off of his back, and Mitsugaki put him there.
And he spent a lot of time, Mitsugaki has, in top position.
Another nice knee by Kariaso and a good right hand as well.
They have both been very busy. Again, the total strikes thrown by Mitsugaki and Kariaso, very close, 70-65 for Takeya Mitsugaki. And they add up more here on the break. But as you said, Joe, the significance of those takedowns could be quite dramatic.
Kariaso's looking for that head kick, Mike. Oh, there it is.
Kind of caught him with the foot again, though.
Yep. Yeah, you can see him lining it up, though. And if I could see it, guarantee Mitsugaki could see it as well.
I think most in attendance saw him setting that one up.
Kariaso again looking for wrist control, this time on the left wrist. Working that high guard. He keeps grabbing it, pushing down. You know, see how he grabs at the elbow? Short elbows from the bottom. Knowing that he only has a minute and a half here, he should be really working furiously. With this third takedown, 3 rounds, 3 takedowns from Mitsugaki, is not good as far as his likelihood of getting a decision.
Mitsugaki trying to push the pace with his ground and pound here.
Kariaso keeps rolling. He keeps rolling side to side, looking for something off of his back.
I mean, you just look at the list of men who Mitsugaki's fought, Joe. Miguel Torres, Jeff Curran, Scott Jorgensen, Uriah Faber, Brian Bowles, Cole Escovedo.
The Jeff Curran fight is a great example of that because Jeff Curran lost a very controversial decision to Mitsugaki where he had Mitsugaki locked up in a full triangle. And that really tells you a lot about the submission defense of Mitsugaki because Jeff Curran is a master, a real Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu elite black belt. And if that guy gets you in a full lock triangle and can't submit you, it just shows you how durable and how good the defense is of Mitsugaki.
Under 30 seconds remain in this fight.
Mitsugaki attempting to pass in the last moments of this fight.
And he got to half guard for just a split second. And Kariaso adjusted the hips again. But it's that top position which may be the difference in this fight.
Yeah, I believe it probably will as far as the decision goes. Oh, good right hand by Cariaso. He's
Gonna look
chasing
one more time.
Great fight.
And they go the distance. Takeya Mitsugaki and Chris Cariaso.
And here you see the short right hook by Chris Cariaso that he landed over and over again in that fight. There's a left hand behind it. An excellent fight.
With the official decision of the Chris Cariaso Takeya Mitsugaki battle, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28. For the winner, by unanimous decision, Chris Kamikaze Cariaso.
Unanimous decision victory for Chris Cariaso. Wins his 2nd straight fight in another country inside the octagon. Ricky Fukuda has had massive success as a mixed martial artist. Tonight, he fights Steve Cantwell and plans on running right over the robot. Sidelined by injury after a strong showing in his UFC 127 bout against Nick Ring, Ricky Fukuda finally returns to the octagon tonight. And what better place is there for him to do it than in his home country of Japan? Standing across from the seasoned competitor from Tokyo is former WEC light heavyweight champion Steve Cantwell, a well-rounded fighter who is looking for his first win in his new weight class of 185 pounds. And with both fighters this hungry, a crowd-pleasing match should follow. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight fight, Ricky Fukuda. From right here in Tokyo, 6 years the elder of Steve the Robot Cantwell. Cantwell 2 inches taller, he will have a 2-inch reach advantage. With the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard, our referee for this fight at 185. Azusa Nishigaki, our octagon girl tonight here in Japan, a finalist in the Miss Japan competition in 2008. Here we go in the middleweight division. Fukuda in the white trunks. He is the southpaw. The robot Steve Cantwell in the black trunks.
And this is a real classic striker versus grappler matchup, Mike. Head kick and immediate takedown. And Cantwell has excellent ground skills off of his back, a very good guard.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under Sergio Pena. Black belt in kickboxing under One Kick Nick. Nick Blomgren.
He's attacking right away, Mike.
Yep.
He's got the shoulder locked with that left leg. He wants to get a little higher, and Fukuda inches his shoulders up and gets to a much better position.
Fukuda entered the octagon for the first time on a 7-fight win streak.
Good right hand by Fukuda.
And he's really pouring it on with the ground and pound here early. Then he had his battle with Nick Ring, a controversial decision, not going in his favor. And Fukuda trying to turn it on in top position here early.
Yeah, and as Cantwell is attempting to attack, he is eating some shots here by Fukuda.
Fukuda postured up.
Yeah, Fukuda is doing a good job of keeping away from the grip of Cantwell, not allowing Cantwell to control his position.
Fukuda injured his knee in a car accident in June of 2011. So he was set to fight in Brazil against Rafael Natal, but he is 100% healthy as he does battle with Steve Cantwell here tonight in Tokyo. This is the second time Fukuda has fought in the UFC.
Nice knee by Steve Cantwell as he gets off the cage.
Cantwell has very good boxing.
Well, his full Muay Thai game is outstanding. One Kick Nick, his trainer in Las Vegas, Nevada, is one of the most respected Muay Thai instructors in the country, if not the world, and has had much success with fighters, training them for mixed martial arts. And there's a nice kick by Cantwell.
Midway point of the first of 3 5-minute rounds.
And you see as Cantwell moves, excellent technical striker. He really does everything correct. He has so much promise, and as we've said, he's had hot and cold moments in the octagon, but when he's on, Steve Cantwell really shows massive amounts of potential.
And this is his second fight at 185 as he stuffs the takedown attempt of Ricky Fukuda.
Excellent job there, stuffing that, and that's big. If he can keep this fight standing, nice kick by Fukuda.
Fukuda, Japanese born and raised, but he has worked with the fighters at AKA in San Jose off and on for the last 5 years. So he spent a lot of time training in the United States, does Ricky Fukuda, with the American Kickboxing Academy.
What we're seeing right now is the best of Steve Cantwell. When you see Steve Cantwell moving his head side to side, bouncing around on his toes, not staying flat-footed, that's the good Steve Cantwell. That's Steve Cantwell when he's in shape, when he's focused and ready. When you see him flat-footed and standing in front of a fighter like we saw him against Cyril Diabate, that's when he has a bit of trouble.
And that fight against Diabate, ironically his last at 205. His camp said the cut went very well this week, Joe. He slept well, adjusted to the time change. That was Cantwell prepared to do battle. Feels great tonight and looks good early.
Yeah, that was a good left hand by Fukuda, though. Fukuda's coming on strong here, Mike. Good right hand there. And what happens with Cantwell is when his opponent fires on him, sometimes he tends to freeze up. Sometimes he tends to stand flat-footed. And that's what he's got to avoid here against Fukuda. Because Fukuda will follow up those strikes with big takedowns and excellent control and positioning from the top.
Cantwell really winging that right hand, comes from way on the outside with it.
Fukuda's throwing a real nice inside leg kick, Mike, attacking that left leg of Cantwell.
Under 30 seconds on the clock here in the first round. Cantwell pushing forward.
There he gets it again. Over and over again, Fukuda's been landing that. There it is, one more time. He throws it with great technique, Mike, really turning the hip over in the last moment, pulling the foot back, and striking with the shin bone.
Quick head kick from Steve Cantwell, and again from the other side.
Nice
kick to the
by
body.
Cantwell.
Flying knee attempt.
Fired up.
Good finish to the first round.
Great first round.
All right, good. Way to steal the round back. Let's go. Sit down.
Breathe. Just breathe.
Deep breath.
Just breathe.
One kick,
Good.
Nick.
Stay track set. You're coming up a little high, okay? Deep breath, deep breath. Give him a little water. Give me 3 deep breaths first.
And here we see some of that action. Here's Ricky Fukuda, eats that kick, takes it on the shin, and immediately postures up and lands some nice ground and pound on Cantwell. And here's Cantwell at the end of the round. Goes for a high kick, really kind of just caught him with the toes there. But there lands a nice shin to the body, pushes him off.
Very good. Very good takedown, okay?
Nice takedown.
Okay. Hey, relax, breathe.
Okay, relax.
Grab the stool.
See AKA's Kyle Kingsbury in there, working the corner of Fukuda.
Well, as I talked about before, Fukuda has worked with the members of AKA for 5 years. Fukuda and Cantwell, the start of round 2. And we saw the leg kicks of Fukuda and Cantwell. The last one of Cantwell's to the midsection.
Over and over again, Fukuda. 2 in a row.
And there's a third, so
2
now
in a
they're
row
tied
and
at
1
8.
on the outside.
And
there,
answered by Cantwell. Last fighting here in Tokyo, Fukuda in August of 2010.
Fukuda gets the single, but Cantwell's got a guillotine, Mike.
Cantwell trying to lock it in.
No, Fukuda's pushing down on the left leg of Cantwell. He doesn't want Cantwell to get it over and get to full guard, which will allow him to get even more leverage on the choke. But Cantwell's got this nice and tight, Mike. Fukuda's punching the body. He's desperate here.
Trying to get his neck free.
And Cantwell adjusts with the right leg over. He's got the knee inside, but he wants to get that left leg free, Mike.
And he gives it up.
The left leg free would have allowed him to get much more leverage into that choke. Again, Fukuda right away attacks with that inside leg kick. And that's going to take some spring out of the step of Cantwell.
Cantwell was wise when he knew he didn't have it.
Yes, he was.
To let go and not burn himself out. Nice clinch by Cantwell.
And you saw good positioning awareness by Fukuda. Didn't allow him to get that left knee free.
Fukuda with some big uppercuts.
And this is one of the things that Cantwell does sometimes when he's in a bad spot. He kind of freezes up and lets guys pound on him.
And that's why you saw the 3 straight uppercuts landed by Ricky Fukuda.
Exactly. As we said, the best Cantwell is the Cantwell that's moving on his toes, cutting angles, head movement. That's what we saw in the beginning of the first round. There's a nice left hook by Cantwell.
The lead left hook by Steve Cantwell.
Good head movement also by Fukuda. Fukuda's moving around. There's that, ooh, check that one though. Caught that one right on the shin. Good left hook by Fukuda. Went to the body that time.
Both men very respectful pre-fight of each other's skills.
Fukuda. And this is what Cantwell has to not do. He has to not freeze up.
And Cantwell trying to utilize the clinch.
Excellent work here by Fukuda. Good body punches.
Cantwell looking up at the clock, and there's still tons of time remaining here in the second round.
Cantwell can't let Fukuda just tee off on him like this. Good elbow over the top by Cantwell.
Serious dirty boxing by Ricky Fukuda.
He went for a spinning elbow there, but Cantwell's eating shots here, Mike.
Cantwell's got to get out of there, Joe.
He definitely does. He fired back on his own there. Couple good shots, and now he's free in the center.
And the crowd reacts to that exchange that was basically dominated by Ricky Fukuda.
And again, Fukuda lands another solid inside leg kick.
And Fukuda's really found a home for that uppercut, and he looks for it again.
He's bullying Cantwell up against the cage too, Mike. Cantwell fires back here.
And Fukuda's utilized the clinch very well. More than twice as many strikes landed in the clinch for Ricky Fukuda. And that was that dirty boxing we saw a moment ago, Joe. After a very even round one, Ricky Fukuda has turned it up here in round two.
Again, Fukuda controlling the center of the octagon. And Cantwell tries a question mark kick there. Went high.
Fukuda again with the uppercut.
Fukuda really pouring it on here.
Follows it up with a straight right. There's something about the way that... and he's had so much success with that inside leg kick.
Stand there, Steve, stay here with me. Stay here with me. Stay with me, look at me. You've got time.
Let's see it here. Oh, that one didn't even turn. You know, it looked like he, like in the middle of it. Yeah, it looks like he slipped a little bit there. Hard to see. Can we see that one more time? Because it looked almost like he lost some footing on his right foot.
Listen to me. Stay over there.
And that's why it.
Over the corner. Stay there, please.
That's why it went up. Let's take a look at it one more time here. Yeah, see, he lost a bit of footing on his right foot as he was trying to make... See, the way Fukuda throws his leg kick, he goes up and then turns it over in the last second. And at that point in time is when he slipped and it never turned over. Very inadvertent, but very unfortunate.
Last 30 seconds of a very good second round for Ricky Fukuda.
Yeah, Ricky Fukuda. Oh, look at this! Who saw that coming?
Slips and gets the takedown late.
Cantwell trying to take the back here.
10 seconds left in the round. Fukuda is free. And round two is complete.
Slow down. Slow down. Breathe. Breathe. Slow it down, okay? Very good again. Very good. You're relaxed. Relaxed striking wins, right? You look good, okay? Slow it down. I need more wrestling, okay? Push forward. Combo, drop to the leg, okay? Up high, down low, okay? More wrestling, okay? Wrestling will win this round. This round wins the fight. Third round, win this round, okay? Slow. Slow.
You've got 5 minutes left. You got to take this. You can't let him in this fight now. Okay?
The shoes off all the time.
Mouthpiece.
Let's go. Stand back, please. Stand back, please.
Ricky Fukuda and Steve Cantwell.
Ready, come on.
Third and final round. Both corners telling their fighter the fight needs to be won here in this round. And Fukuda comes out firing first.
Fukuda really turned it on that second round, Mike.
And look at the total strikes, Joe, illustrating your point of how active Fukuda was in the second round.
That big round for him, and did a lot of damage. And again, attacking that left leg of Cantwell.
That in the utilization of the uppercut. Outstanding in that round by Fukuda.
Good leg kicks over and over by Fukuda. Kyle Kingsbury in Fukuda's corner was calling for him to use his wrestling in this round a bit more. But he had so much success with his stand-up attack in that second. And once he gets Cantwell up against the cage, and this is one of the faults of Cantwell that we've seen in the past, he tends to freeze up a bit when his opponents are firing on him.
And Fukuda, a very decorated Japanese wrestler who has trained with a bunch of great wrestlers at AKA for more than 5 years. But like you said, Joe, he's having so much success in this type of fight right here. Why take it to the ground?
Well, Cantwell, as we said, when he's at his best, is moving, cutting angles, bouncing around. When Cantwell stands flat-footed, when he freezes up, that's when he's at his worst.
And Cantwell started out doing exactly what you said. But once Fukuda started to land some of his punches, Cantwell started to be a little less mobile after that.
Yeah, Cantwell went for the spin, saw it wasn't there, and turned a roundhouse kick instead.
Watch for some more uppercuts from Ricky Fukuda. So he's finding a hole in the guard of Cantwell, right up the middle.
You know, with Cantwell, it may very well be a conditioning issue too, Mike. You know, he tends to tire a bit.
Looking for the takedown, just as you kind of talked about between rounds.
Yeah, deep on that double here.
And he gets
him down.
So just as you mentioned, Kyle Kingsbury talking to Ricky Fukuda in between rounds, he does successfully take down Steve Cantwell. And
Cantwell's rolling him over. Cantwell's attacking with an arm. But good posture by Fukuda. You know, that's that wrestling, Mike. He's attacking again. Fukuda rolls it out of it. Excellent awareness by Fukuda. Looking for a go-go plate here. Needs to get his left leg over the shoulder and control the posture. Oh, and he gives up his back. You know, exerting so much energy to try to attack these. And then he has to recover. And now Fukuda's on his back.
2
Cantwell
minutes.
rolls, but he rolls, and Fukuda's now in side control. Cantwell exerting a lot of energy to get out of this again. And Fukuda heavy on him. Cantwell up to his feet. Can Fukuda get his back? No, he can't. Cantwell's really got to turn it on here, Mike.
No
if he wants to
question.
win.
Another good round by Ricky Fukuda.
Yeah, to the positioning, the takedown, and the stand-up. His stand-up has been excellent this round as well.
And you can see how beaten up the inside of the left leg of Steve Cantwell is from all those inside leg kicks from Ricky Fukuda. Looking for his first official UFC win.
There it is again.
Oh, inside and outside. Fukuda looks smooth.
His stand-up looks great. His movement's great. And he seems to be the stronger fighter here in this third round.
And very much the aggressor in the last 2 rounds.
Much more volume here from Fukuda as far as strikes.
To the body.
Nice.
Cantwell looking for the return on the counter. Cantwell goes body head.
Good body kick by Fukuda there. Cantwell felt that one, Mike. He's covering up.
Again to the body.
Fukuda's just attacking here.
Fukuda has Cantwell battered and beaten.
Cantwell took a big look up at the clock there. He's
Less
exhausted,
than 30 seconds left. It appears as if Ricky Fukuda has broken some of the spirit and will of Steve Cantwell.
Well, you know what? He's trying to just recover for another attack here, Mike, towards the end of the round. Just trying to build up some energy. Oh,
kick to the body
kick.
again. What a spectacular performance here in Tokyo by Ricky Fukuda. The judges will render their decision. Fukuda and Cantwell go the distance.
Just outstanding pressure and attacks by Ricky Fukuda. Great kicks to the leg, great punches, good control of the octagon. Just really a relentless assault by Ricky Fukuda. Really a spectacular performance against Steve Cantwell here tonight.
Steve Cantwell, Ricky Fukuda with the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Ricky Fukuda.
Really looked good tonight, did Ricky Fukuda. His 18th career victory, first inside the octagon. Ricky Fukuda earns his first UFC win. One of Japan's most powerful punchers, Kid Yamamoto, tonight battles it out with the Brit, Vaughn Lee. Kid Yamamoto has been respected throughout the Japanese MMA community as one of the country's top fighters. And his wrestling and knockout punching power gives him the ability to defeat any opponent who dares face him in the octagon. Tonight, English submission artist Vaughn Lee has taken that challenge. And while Yamamoto is one of his fighting heroes, he knows that when the bell rings, it's time for battle. And only one of these competitors will earn their first UFC win. Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. Japan's Kid Yamamoto, 5 years older than the Brit, Vaughn Lee. Everything else is virtually identical. The veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee. The beautiful Ariani. Great to be here in Saitama Super Arena for Kid Yamamoto and Vaughn Lee here on FX.
Right away you see Vaughn Lee trying to close the distance. Kid Yamamoto moving around very well on the outside of the octagon.
Yep, Vaughn Lee going southpaw early against the southpaw. Kid Yamamoto in the black trunks, white trunks for the Brit.
And Kid Yamamoto will attempt some spectacular techniques. He's got amazing flying knees, wild techniques, and vicious knockout power.
Yeah, he has a Western-style attitude and really looks to finish in highlight reel fashion, as he has done many times. Once the holder of a 14-fight win streak, 18 wins overall. Went to train in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, to get away from it all, if you will, as he fights here at home for the first time in nearly 2 years. Connected with the left.
Vaughn Lee slinging heavy punches. What Yamamoto is doing, Mike, he seems to be measuring with the straight left, but looking for the big right hook. He shucked him off nicely. And a good body kick.
13 of his 18 wins have come by knockout. Kid Yamamoto. He likes a punch, he likes the knee, he'll look for kicks.
He keeps doing that same feint, Mike. If you look at the way Kid Yamamoto's moving, he puts weight on his front leg and looks to push forward with his left hand, but it's a measuring. He's literally measuring with his backhand and then looking to swing with his front hand. It's kind of interesting. See,
there it
there's
is.
a right hook.
And pushing
And
forward
Vaughn
is Vaughn Lee.
Vaughn Lee did what he wanted to do. He closed the distance and he got a hold of him. Let's see if he can do something with it. No, he cannot. Could not take him down.
Yamamoto said, I've been fighting top-notch submission fighters my entire career, and nobody has submitted me, and Vaughn Lee's game is submissions.
Well, he fought the legendary Royler Gracie and managed to not be submitted by him, and in fact knocked him out.
There it is. That big right hook that you talked about, Joe. And looking to finish
He's
right
teeing
here is
up.
Kid
Vaughn Lee's
Yamamoto.
covering up well, though.
Looking for a knee.
Knee to
and
the
another.
body. Vaughn Lee survived it. Nice
He
job
stayed
by
busy,
Vaughn
but
Lee.
Vaughn Lee, as you said, did a nice job of covering up.
Very good defense by Vaughn Lee. Kept his wits about him, kept his composure.
Kid Yamamoto, one of the most popular fighters here in Japan, along with Akiyama and
Here's that right hook again.
Takanori Gomi on the card tonight.
Big knee! Yamamoto's in trouble. He's clearing his eyes here, Mike, but he got wobbled by that knee by Vaughn Lee. I don't even know if Vaughn Lee's aware of it yet.
You know, the beauty of it is Vaughn Lee's firing right back, which shows you how much he has evolved as a mixed martial artist.
Well, Vaughn Lee knows that this is a huge opportunity to fight a legend. You know, mixed martial arts has very few legends in the 135-pound division, but Kid Yamamoto stands out, especially in Japan. Look at Yamamoto's face. He's still wobbled, Mike. I think that Vaughn Lee hurt Kid Yamamoto with that knee more than he knows.
Let's see if Lee tries to pressure him here, Joe, with under 90 seconds on the clock here in the first round.
Right hook by Vaughn Lee.
A big knee landed by Vaughn Lee, doing damage to Kid Yamamoto here in the first round.
Good left hand by Yamamoto. Oh, good combination. He's hurt.
He wobbled him
He's
again.
hurt.
And Yamamoto takes him down. But this is not a position that Vaughn Lee
He's
does
going for
not
the
like.
triangle. He's going for the triangle. He's got to secure it. He's going to attack with the arm as well.
Great position for
Vaughn
Vaughn
Lee
Lee.
has got to secure that left leg under his knee.
Can he finish it here?
He's turning it. He's got it locked up.
Trying to
Completely
submit
locked up.
Kid Yamamoto.
The triangle needs to get a little bit further on his knee. Switch to an armbar. Oh, Vaughn Lee. Brilliant.
Vaughn Lee has submitted Kid Yamamoto.
Absolutely brilliant technique by Vaughn Lee.
Spectacular win.
Amazing
for Vaughn
technical
Lee.
switch from the triangle to the armbar. He was adjusting, he was attempting the triangle, but he did not have it on the ankle. The ankle has to be connected with the knee. Instead, it was under the foot, which gives a little bit, it has too much give to it. So he smartly adjusted. Now watch how he does this, Mike. He's hammer fisting him. He switches up. He's got the triangle, but see how the triangle is over the knee, or over the foot rather? The foot doesn't give him enough pressure. So he switched it up to the armbar here and really extended his hips and got the tap. Just an amazing performance by Vaughn Lee.
With the official decision of the battle between Yamamoto and Lee, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 29 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by tap out due to submission from an armbar, Vaughn Lee.
What a win for the Brit, Vaughn Lee.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Vaughn Lee. Vaughn, what a spectacular performance. And to fight a legend like Kid Yamamoto here in Japan and get this submission victory, how happy are you right now?
It's another dream come true. I mean, being in the UFC was a dream come true. Fighting in Japan and fighting one of my favorite fighters of all time, Kid Yamamoto, he's a legend. I'm just the happiest person in the world right now.
UFC の舞台に立つことだけでなく、日本で試合ができることも大変嬉しかったのに、この日本での伝説的な選手のキッド選手に対してタップアウトができたというのはとても嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。
It was such an amazing fight because really everything happened. You got caught, you overcame adversity, you caught him with strikes, and then finally finished him off with a brilliant submission on the ground. And let's take a look at it here.
ではリプレイを見てみましょ
う。Here you caught him. You had him in trouble here, and let's take a look at the submission and talk us through this here. You went for the triangle, you couldn't quite get it over the ankle, and switched it up brilliantly to the armbar.
Yeah, I felt him posturing up. and it had a real strong base, so I had to switch it to the armbar real quick, and hope I got the submission.
グラウンドになったんですけれども、素晴らしい、ちゃんとベースがしっかりと背中がついていたので、ちゃんとすぐに、アームバーの方に自分が転換することができました。
Well, Vaughn, congratulations on a really, truly amazing performance. Can't wait to see you again. Vaughn Lee, ladies and gentlemen.
おめでとうございます。バイオリン選手でした。
Vaughn Lee with the victory. Now Joe will visit with Kid Yamamoto.
Okay, I'm here with Kid Yamamoto. Kid, obviously you must be disappointed tonight. Give us your thoughts on your performance.
とても残念な結果だったんですけれども、今のお気持ちを聞かせてください。
いや、もう残念です。やっぱこう日本で久しぶりにできたんで、やっぱみんなにこうパワーを与えるような試合したかったんですけど、まあちょっと本当ミス1個のミスがこうなるってこと分かったんで、また、頑張って。
Okay, all I can say is I'm disappointed at the moment. I really, really wanted to win in Japan, and I want to give it all of you guys in the energy. But I'm really disappointed. But I understand that only one little miss would result in this way. So I learned this today.
Well, Kid, you are truly a legend in mixed martial arts. It is always an honor to watch you perform, and I look forward to seeing you again, and hopefully you will have more success in the future.
でも日本でこのようにキッド選手の試合が見れたことがとても光栄ですし、またこの UFC の舞台に戻ってきてくれることを願っています。
Thank you very much. Kid Yamamoto, ladies and gentlemen.
Truly a legend of the sport, as Joe mentioned, and very depressed, very dejected. Wanted the victory desperately tonight. He is the Fireball Kid, and he is as dangerous as any fighter who's ever done battle at 155. And tonight, Takanori Gomi fights Eiji Mitsuoka. The first and only man to hold the Pride Lightweight title, Takanori Gomi is seen by many to be the greatest lightweight fighter ever to emerge from Japan. Blessed with knockout power and a warrior spirit, the Fireball Kid is eager to deliver a win to his fans tonight. But standing in his way is countryman Eiji Mitsuoka, a true veteran of the sport who has been competing for over a decade. Winner of 11 fights by submission, Mitsuoka will be looking for the tap out tonight.